Welcome to Grave Avenue, and today we are reviewing the third part of Peter Jackson's trilogy, The Hobbit, which preceded the better one.
So the movie starts out, you have Smaug, and he decimates the entire, Lake town.
Yeah.
Right. And then everybody makes it to the mountain, they have a big fight, and then everybody goes home. I mean, that's really the whole movie right there.
Yeah.
That was one problem I had with the Desolation of Smaug, was that there is no desolation. It happens in the Battle of the Five Armies, which that's kind of like Attack of the Clones. You have one attack by the clones, which I understand is singular, but you would expect something a little bit more.
Technically, the Desolation of Smaug was the second movie.
And it was the second movie.
It didn't even happen!
Dude, he's following the Lucas model.
My goodness, no! Bard's son gets back, brings him the Dark Era, and they kill Smaug, and it was so stupid. Smaug could have, Smaug didn't even have to, do all this fanciful stuff. He was talking, it's like, you have nothing but your death! And he's, just talking, he's going around,
And Bard has, his crossbow balanced on his son's shoulder going...
Yeah, which he made makeshift.
Hold on, son.
He made a makeshift. Yeah, he didn't even have the real bow.
Wow. So Bard apparently makes a makeshift bow. He balances the crossbow on his son's shoulder and thereby shoots Smaug, and somehow the force and the momentum do not knock his son, off.
And there's the bowstring, too. The point is, the string would have pushed him over as well. Yeah. There's still the force of the bowstring coming at him.
His dad's strong, I'll grant him that.
But anyway, they kill Smaug. Smaug basically doesn't see anything that's happening. He's too engrossed in his own, monologue. He's like, ooh, what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? The death scene was okay. I kind of like the death scene where he's flying up.
That
wasn't bad. I liked it. So then, the whole place is destroyed. Bard becomes the leader, and then they go up there. Tauriel and Legolas leave to go figure out what's going on. Because the orc escaped that Legolas is trying to find, and they gotta go off and find out. Yeah. Tauriel gets banished. Legolas is like, I'm staying with her even though she has obvious feelings for this, dwarf. Come on. The first time there's still a chance for this interracial marriage to happen. So then basically they go off, everyone's trying to get to the mountain now. They get there, and
everybody hates the dwarves. It's so you have 3 different races, or 4, because you have goblins too, I think. I don't know if they show up in the movie. See, exactly. So you have orcs, goblins, dwarves, men, and elves. And then you have eagles, so it's actually
Eagles are their own species.
They're their own species, so it's 6 armies.
I mean, scientifically, technically, they are their own species.
I mean, yeah, they are their own species. Yeah, the birds.
Yeah.
So you have actually 6 armies, and basically they all gather around, and there's actually a very important point that I want to bring up that really aggravated me was the Eagles. The Eagles and the other Lord of the Rings, if you look at them, they were the cavalry who came in near the end of the battle to help wrap it up. Yeah. And the reason they did that is because you don't call in air support when you have anti-air guns everywhere. Yeah. So, but the Eagles in this movie apparently have metal in their...
Yeah, in their soul.
In their soul, okay?
In their soul.
And their feathers, it's all over. And so they can just run right into a bunch of spears and just come out without being
no scratches. So basically, Bard comes back. They're back in the old town of Dale. Thorn starts to get the lamest plot device ever.
That is so bad.
Dragon sickness. It's this once honorable dwarf now all of a sudden goes mental in the head and just betrays everything because he doesn't give Bard the share that he promised Lake Town.
He gave him the awkward slide.
The awkward slide.
That was really well done. I like that.
So basically, he's not going to give anything, and Bilbo takes the Arkenstone away. He finds it, and then Thorin is freaking out. He's like, "Who's got my Arkenstone?"
And then he start to suspect the dwarves.
He suspects his own brethren.
The Hobbit, his confidant.
His one confidant. Yeah, exactly. So then he sneaks out to prevent war, to give it to Bard, so he can trade it for the percentage that Thorin promised him. Then the elves show up, giving them aid and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not in for you, I want my girl's necklace."
I mean, it's the necklace is the new Arkenstone. It doesn't make any sense. That's how obsessed he is. He's willing to go to battle and slaughter 12 dwarves. And here's the other problem that I had, was that you have 12 dwarves and a hobbit in a mountain. Yeah. You have an elf army who haven't seen any action lately. And then you have the men of Lake Town who are totally bedraggled and they wish they hadn't come back. But they're fishermen. Okay, that's a problem. You have all that versus 12 dwarves and a hobbit. Why didn't you just waste them?
And this is when the battle actually starts to take place. Because Thorin sent off and eat like a crow. Because so honestly, now he can speak crow. He can speak bird. He goes off to his cousin.
Yeah, his cousin Dane.
His cousin Dane.
Well, I actually kind of like Dane.
I didn't mind his own character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was interesting. Yeah. He shows up and they sort of have a confrontation between the elves, fishermen, and the dwarves.
Dane and his company.
And then it's like
I like that dialogue. That was kind of interesting to see that happen. Oh, and then the 7th Army showed up. We forgot about the worm thing,
like that
eaters.
Oh my gosh, that's when the battle sort of starts to be like it gets precedented, right?
Yeah,
it's precedented.
It's building up. You know, everybody's getting antsy, and they're like, crap.
Oh, what are we doing?
Draw the sword. Crap.
Yeah, it's like, and the dwarves. I love the battle formations that they did. That was cool. That was the one part that I really, really liked. I love to see battle formations. The dwarves doing it. Dwarves are cool.
Dwarves are cool.
Dwarves are cool. Let's be honest.
Never hit a dwarf.
Yeah.
Who'll axe you in the face.
Yeah, let's be honest.
And you can't survive it the way they can.
Yes. Like that one that has like an axe in his forehead, you know that? You remember that guy? Why was that
Vaguely. Was it there all throughout, like,
it was there. They get into a battle.
And this is like the bulk of the movie. I actually run out of things to say here.
Yeah, and
except for Thorin's coming back because he's kind of just decides he's not sticking with it. Because he like stares at the floor and he like sees smoke.
He's in the gold, like the gold.
Like, right, yeah.
I'm not my father.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not my father.
And
Dragon sickness. He's better.
He's better.
The pseudo fellowship, they're like, oh, we can't just sit here and let our kin die out there. But he's like, I agree. I'm normal again. Why didn't they all have Mithril on?
And why was it only Thorin who got dragon sickness?
Yeah.
You know, that just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And they run out to charge,
and with the remaining dwarves, orcs,
the
remaining dwarves and elves, and they're all fighting and stuff like that. He's like, woohoo! We got 12 more people. And suddenly we're gonna wreck.
And suddenly they do wreck. That's the thing I don't get.
They wreck.
They wreck for, like, I mean, that's like a video game, okay? You have 12 people, superpowered, you're good.
Yeah.
This is Middle Earth where you have 12 dwarves, one of them still has an axe.
They all have a little bit of elf in them. They can defy physics and all this other stuff. They all have a little. They all have a little elf in them. So basically, they wreck, and then they gotta take out the white orc. They get these sheep. Like, where are they getting all these animals? Apparently, everyone has a customizable video game vehicle to ride.
That was a huge. I think it was a goat. Where did they get the goats? Nobody knows.
It's like they were just keeping them inside the. Where did they get the goats? And
where are the 12 goats waiting for the 12 dwarves to get here at the end of the book? Because reasons.
Like my word. So basically they climb up there and then there's a battle going on in the town. There's actually not much to mention about the battle in the town. We don't care about the town.
Well, nothing's happening in the town. We're all about the mountain now.
And they could have all just sort of like gone somewhere else. Bard is a terrible father. The troll's about to kill his kids. And he's like, I'm gonna ride down this cart right where they go. I'm gonna expect my cart to go right over them and I'm gonna kill. Yeah. He's basically like, kids, get down, I'm coming right at you.
Like, totally Mario.
Woo!
He like totally Mario Karted. He's like, just got it.
Yeah.
And because of reasons, he doesn't hurt his kids at all.
We're gonna call this the ultra. This is torture. The torture. So basically, there's a battle in the town. Basically, they go up to kill the white orc. They go up there. They fight a little bit. There's only 4 orcs. Feely Keely, one of the dwarves. One of the dwarves is up there, and then Thorin and Bilbo. Bilbo's just there.
They go to fight all the orcs. He's there to get his brain knocked out. Because that's what happens.
He throws a couple of rocks. He's like,
yeah. And then the orc just comes around the corner and just punches him in the head.
Why wouldn't the orc just hit him with, the sharp side of his axe? Like, it's like, okay, it's like, I'm an orc, I'm bred to kill, blunt side.
Yeah, it doesn't, well, I mean, Lord of the Rings, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can't kill Bilbo.
Yeah.
Because reasons.
So basically, and then Tario and Legolas come back, and then they do some stuff because they figured out that there's an army coming.
Yeah, from Gundabad.
But anyway, then we go to Gandalf. Yeah. He's basically captured. Galadriel comes in and saves him, and then the necromancer comes out. He's like, basically Galadriel does her demon-possessed thing, and it's like.
And totally, she just psychs out Sauron.
He runs over. I'm out.
But then one of the worst things happens.
Yeah.
The 9 come out, and they're wraiths, but they're
ghosts.
The ghosts. It's not
Ghostbusters. That's the idea.
Oh my gosh, I can see Ghostbusters running up.
And there was 4 of them.
So you had the fantasy Ghostbusters for a while because the 9 come out, and the thing about the Wraiths is that you have the material robo with them, but on the inside they're Wraith-like. You can see through them. They're kind of
like dark
ghosts.
power
Exactly.
or something.
But here in the Hobbit, somehow their armor, their garb, everything about them was Wraith. Like nothing was fully formed.
It was
so
dumb.
you watch them fight, and you're going, what are the wizards actually hitting? What is Auron cutting right there? And it just became kind of this. I felt like I was watching a video game.
I got used to it. Like they kept using the same fight choreography. Like after a while, Saruman, he was like, well, bam, well, bam, and it's like a little later, well, bam, well, bam. He did the same choreography for each time. He ran out of choreographing ideas.
They were Chowski.
So basically, Sauron gets expelled by demon-possessed Galadriel, and she's like, we've got to alert everybody to hunt him down. And then Saruman's like, I got him. I'm gonna deal with this. So we get back to the battle. Thorin's away with a couple of his dwarves, and the guy's like, why is it so quiet over here? It must be a trap. Feely Keely, go into that trap. Thorin sent Feely and Keely into his trap. Feely dies. Basically, and then they have this fight. Keely also dies. Tariel is like trying to save him from Balg or whatever, and she's like, no, Keely, no. And she basically tries to commit suicide and grabs onto his head and throws him over here. Legolas defies physics. He jumps up some stuff
on rocks as they're falling down.
Yeah.
So I mean, in Legolas they kept the physics thing kind of modest and they kept it more real.
Yeah. Remember that troll that was blinded and it had a mace for a hand, mace for a foot, mace for a face? Why? Now you finally get to see the fight between the White Orc and Thorin, and it's the stupidest thing in the whole entire world. They're fighting on the ice, sliding around.
Yeah.
And then the White Orc has taken this mace thing that he ripped out of some chains, and he's basically hitting the ice. Thorin's being smart, I guess, and going around. Now he's basically... And he makes this circular thing that's separated from all the ice, and he's like, I'm just going to step back. Gets off, throws the mace thing on it, he goes in the water, and then he floats down, and he's like, I'm dead. And then Thorin's like, oh yeah, I won.
God, you did.
And he walks back, he's falling, he's like in this dramatic slow thing, and it's like, uh-oh, it's gonna do this. You were even like that, you're like, oh my word, this is not gonna... And he comes out of the ice, stabs Thorin in the foot, and then Thorin dies out. Thorin gets stabbed in the chest, and there's some logics about that. He could have instead, he's like this, Thorin dies, this is why... He does. He's like, I sacrificed myself to kill you.
It was a mutual kill.
Yeah.
Like on Halo.
So he dies.
All the time.
He dies. All the dwarves are sad. Yep. He thanks Bilbo. And then Bilbo goes home with some treasure.
Pretty much.
That's the end.
That's the movie.
And
it was boring.
And we're automatically gonna we don't even have to discuss what rating this. This is torture. This is like pure torture. Like it's the movie of tortured reasons.